Hey, okay. Sorry, I am sweating a lot. It is 30 degrees right now, and I have no air conditioning. So, this is what's crazy right now. Britney Spears is under a conservatorship where she's an adult with legal guardians. Britney Spears is like how old? She's got to be like in her 40s now, and her parents have a conservatorship over her because Britney Spears is supposed to be mentally ill. Let her just be creative. I mean, let's be honest. Let her just be creative. I'm not saying that mental illness isn't a real thing, but some of the things she was talking about, she wanted to do certain things. If she is mentally ill, why are you profiting off of her? That's the thing. Like, because looking at intentions, some of these things go hand in hand. She's supposed to be mentally ill. Why is she your main provider? Like they have rights to managing her money, rights to managing her body. I mean, where are the Republicans? You're pro-life? You're pro-life. Yeah, but what about her life? What is forced sterilization? She has to have an IUD. The baby's not even there. It's not saying being anti-birth control, but where are the people, like the right to self-determination, the right to have authority over your own body and being? Where are these people on both sides? Actually, if you're pro-choice, she should have the right to choose birth control. You can't force it upon her. Again, why is she in this state? We saw her. Now she's an adult. She's an adult. She's saying she wants to have more kids. This woman, can you imagine? Like walking up to, it's Britney Spears. Have you seen an episode of Maury? These people have how many kids, and they have all the right to go out there and have more kids, as if Britney Spears couldn't afford to have more children. Is she a bad mother? Has child social services been called on her? Is there something that they know that we don't know? Of course, there probably is, but it's not the whole story. Um, Again, she had an outburst in her 20s after what was the movie? After Crossroads. Now what? They say that women have higher rates of mental illness, but I honestly, what does it mean to be like a woman? Like, no offense. In a certain day and age, they would just say, "Oh, this woman is passionate," or she's just being a woman. She's hysterical. That's where it comes from hysterical. Doesn't that have something to do with the uterus? Why is she crazy? I mean, we see Kanye West, even Kanye West, we see him get up. I don't think that man is crazy. And that's so demonizing. The right to self determination. What has she done? Like, there are people who are in the medical profession, right? So they already know. They already know. But ADHD is overdiagnosed. And I think that some of these other disorders are probably overdiagnosed as well. We're living in an area with, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's positively stigmatized, yes and no. Because when you wear the label, it's not they're not as forward thinking as you would think. Like some people can carry mental illness and you wouldn't even know. I watched this TED talk of a girl who suffers from schizophrenia, has hallucinations, and she's in grad school and has a job. There are people who are high functioning with mental illness. There are how many artists who are bipolar and have certain mental illnesses that even boost creativity when you allow them to be creative. I don't think it's the difference between psychology and psychiatry. What kinds of medication are you putting her on? Does she like her medication? Who is she speaking to? How is she speaking to? I mean, when she was younger and people were taking advantage of her, I think it's hard to be a celebrity. Some things might just be the human condition. There are how many people going through all sorts of things and how much trouble. And some of these celebrities, you look at them and they look absolutely miserable in this life. I saw Demi Lovato do an advertisement for mental illness, and something about taking this prescription or something like that. She looked dreadful. Like, let me slap on this makeup and then slap on a smile with it and get her done. She looked dreadful. I don't think she believed a single word she was saying. Because what is life? What is life? We see these artists and these musicians. Um, how much do they make? Why do they make? Having that conversation. Like, I remember in high school, we had career and life management, CALM, and you had to look and see what did you want your future to be. Um, what would how much would you make ultimately? How much do you really make as a singer, or are these all an illusion? Like fame, I feel like it's a blessing and a curse. Because you can be famous and broke, and that's probably the worst kind of fame because people assume things about you. So, what is Britney Spears doing? She may have a lot of money, she may not have a lot of money. Do different people check in? Her parents are involved. That Corey Haim, or I can't remember the guy from the two Corys, he talked about how child stars are treated, the the molestation, the pedophilia, the rape. There's a dark side to being a child star, and Britney Spears has been doing it for how long? Jamie Lynn Spears came out and she said that it doesn't affect her either way if her sister is mentally ill or not. Of course it does, Jamie. What are you not? Are you just trying to say I don't benefit from it? So, again, like I said, I feel like a lot of things are overdiagnosed, and I feel like I prefer alternative medicine when it comes to mental illness. It has to be, in my opinion, something extreme to have to get to that point where you have a psychiatrist. And even still, what did I think psychiatry was? I used to watch the show Frasier. I thought that's what it was. Psychiatry and psychology, two completely different things. And once you get into the field of medication, people doing it because they're making money. Britney Spears is being sold as a product. Are her perfumes still on the shelf? Is her music still in rotation? The CDs, the movies, are people still profiting off of it? What's she going to do? She worked how hard? She can't even enjoy her money. If it were me, I'd say, let me be crazy with my money. Let me be crazy with my money. I earned it, you didn't. Let me be crazy with my money. No, because they manage it for her. What are they doing aside from putting her in rehab or whatever programs? Like, especially you're her dad? You're her dad or her mom? What do you do for a living? What do you do? Are you even her manager? What do you do? I mean, would you want somebody? Ideally, if it were me, I would want somebody who could be objective. Is there a person literally on payroll to deal with something like this? To deal with her situation? Somebody objective. Like, what kind of allowance do you give her? What does she do to maintain it? If they're showing receipts that the family is spending her money, is this money she wouldn't have given to you? Like, I feel like, how long had she been supporting you before? That's something I like when you go to court for stuff like this. That's something I think she should definitely look into. How long had she been supporting you for something like this? I think it's really tough, especially when she's the woman. What are her kids seeing and what are her kids being exposed to? When this is what kind of situation, everybody's opinion, everybody is a stakeholder. They should all explain. And it's been brought to the public's attention, and she did it for a reason. There on Instagram, there was a photo where it looked like she was punched in the eye. She had a black eye. She was with a guy. Was it that guy who did that? Did she hurt herself? There's some things. Are they doing it in her best interest? If they are doing it in her best interest, how come they're very good at keeping it quiet? Whatever it, trust me, I felt that before. You saw Beyonce do it with bundles and a baseball bat. Have you ever been that angry? Have you? She might have been going through something in her life. Like I did the a video, Big Chop Psychology. Black women and cutting their hair. Well, Britney Spears cut her hair. She did. What was she feeling? Did she need something new growth? Did she want to start over? Did she want to start fresh? She's also dyed her hair brunette before brown. Did she need a change? Hair has personalities. Have you seen her? Just the other day, she was online and I think she was doing a dance routine. Is she depressed? She made a song with Tinashe not too long ago, Slumber Party. She's been getting plastic surgery from the looks of it. Did they allow her to do that? Like, what kind of things are they in charge of, and what kind of things are they not? She can go and get plastic surgery, but an IUD. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Allegedly, she got plastic surgery. I don't know. It looks like she did, but I don't know. Is she like? It feels to me like her basic rights are being violated. I asked this question: how do you prove mental fitness that you are okay when everybody thinks you're going crazy? Can she just escape from these people? Like, is she able to walk out of the hospital and say, I don't want this? These things are, it sounds like it's a legal process. Does she have an advocate? Do they have check ins to say when this can stop, why this can stop? Is she able to speak for herself? Everything has been online. What is she trying to do? It looks like she wants to perform. She wants to get back out there. Maybe. Again, Jamie said it affects her either way. I mean, I guess she gets pulled into the conversation. I mean, she's saying an auntie, she's not been to the legal. The question is she defending her enough? Well, that's when you ask, are you my sister's keeper? Do you think she's do you think she's fit? What's your take? You're just saying you want her to be happy. Maybe there's things that she didn't want us to know. Maybe there's things that she can't say. Jamie was a teen mom. I'm not saying it in the sense like she's not fit to make any decisions, but when it comes to parenting, Britney Spears is like 40. She's like 40. Now? You're gonna do this now. You're gonna do this now. That's what I'm saying. It's really gotta be something. And we heard nothing about this. Well, and remember the paparazzi back in the day? Like something would leak. They were stealthy. They knew everything. And we heard nothing. Like, what did you do to get yourself into this situation? Crickets. I don't know. But Miley Cyrus, she did that one video in Black Mirror. Or what? Why? Why now? Justin Timberlake even came out and spoke about it. And that's why Jamie Lynn's just like, do you want me to do like a hashtag or something? Am I supposed to? Um, I mean, she's closer to the situation. I mean, she could give her take, but I think she's kind of over it. She's saying that she doesn't benefit from it. Do you know the people who are taking advantage? I guess critiquing somebody, having siblings, I have siblings. I've been the one at the bottom, well, going crazy. I wouldn't expect my siblings to. I mean, take care of me, honestly, if I can't take care of myself. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess all we can say is, I hope you get better. I hope you get better. I hope things get better for you. I hope things get clear for you. I really hope so. Because it's not fair. It's not fair to work so how hard for how long only to just get to. Well, Britney Spears is like middle aged. She's not old. Is she even middle aged? She's still young. She's still making music. I just say let her be creative. I mean, if she's in a situation where money isn't an object, if she's a creative person, let her be creative. Let her live her best life. What does that look like? What would I do if money wasn't an object? I don't know. Can she mentor other artists? Can she? Starting her own label? I don't know. If somebody gives her something to do, what would that look like? I'm for. Does she need therapy? What kind of therapy do they give you? Because different people, it's easy enough to say, but they're different people and they have different struggles. For example, again, brought up Demi Lovato. What happened? Some of these other people, different artists. Britney Spears is crazy, but different people overdose on things. And what does depression look like? What does anxiety look like? What is, and those are really common. She just might be dealing, what does dealing with trauma look like? What kind of conversations can be had and can't be had? I just hope she's okay. I don't know. Free Britney. Everybody has the right to self determination. If all her money has been put in trust, let her have, like, they're saying that Jamie Lynn or somebody was given an allowance. Let her have an allowance. It shouldn't be an allowance because it's her money, but just what does she do? Like out in the real world, she wasn't it too long ago she had a residency over in Vegas. What is going on? I don't know. It's crazy to me.